What's up everyone and welcome to another Pokemon X and Pokemon Y update. Today we have a new batch of CoroCoro scans, and I don't know if you can tell the excitement in my voice, but I think this is possibly the biggest news to be revealed for Pokemon X and Y yet. And I know I say that every time, but hear me out on this one. Mega Evolution. Did somebody say Pokemon? Mega Evolution? Dubstep? Alright, but seriously, Mega Evolution has been announced, and oh my god, I don't even know where to begin. Some Pokemon, like the ones we see in this screenshot, will have new Mega Evolutions. Mega Pokemon, as I guess I'll be calling them, will be slightly different heights than the Pokemon they evolve from, and they'll feature different abilities, and sometimes can be of different types. Now, in order for a Pokemon to achieve Mega Evolution, you will apparently need to use a Mega Stone, while that Pokemon is holding a new specific held item. It sounds kind of complicated, but let's use Blaziken's new Mega Evolution here as an example, since he's the one we actually know the most about from this scan. CoroCoro states that a Torchic will be distributed through Wi-Fi from the release of Pokemon X and Y on October 12th all the way until January. This Torchic will have a new held item called Blaziken Knight, and will also need the use of a a Mega Stone, to eventually become Mega Blaziken. Oh yeah, and Mega Pokemon's names are literally the same as their normal name, except with Mega in the beginning. Because, it's great. Anyway, because of Blaziken evolving this way, I think it's safe to assume that most, if not all Pokemon that will receive Mega Evolutions will also get a new held item and need the Mega Stone to evolve. So let's finally get specifically into each of these new Mega Pokemon, because I can't contain this. Mega Blaziken here will have the ability Speed Boost, and its typing will most likely remain the same as the Pokemon that actually have changed types that actually explicitly say it. So I'm going to assume that the ones that they don't say anything about just stay the same type, so let's just say Mega Blaziken here will be Fire and Fighting type still. It pretty much looks just like the normal Blaziken with a slightly altered color scheme. You see the yellow parts became red, the red parts became black, and it grew these weird fiery scars out of its hands. I don't know. Moving on clockwise though, we've got Mega Lucario. He will have the ability Adaptability, and he pretty much looks like what you would think a Mega form of anything would be. Normal Lucario with a little bit more red. He grew some spikes, longer hair, and a bushier tail. Yup, Mega Pokemon. There's not much else about him, but with these first two Pokemon, it pretty much seems like they're powered up versions of their normal counterparts, and these two at least seem to maintain their same typing. They just look like different colored and more spiky versions, I guess. Next, we've got Mega Absol, a Pokemon that a lot of fans have been wanting to receive an evolution for quite a while. However, Mega Absol here is pretty much just normal Absol with wings and, longer hair, I guess, covering his eye. Mega Absol will receive the ability Magic Bounce, yet another really strong ability, it seems, that all of these Pokemon get really strong abilities, and while he does have wings, I don't think he gains the flying type, as it doesn't really say it, so it's most likely going to stick to its dark type. And next up, we've got, oh my god, Ampharos. What luscious, beautiful hair you have. You simply must tell me what hair products you're using. Seriously though, this is just weird. I honestly thought that Absol with wings looked pretty out of the box, I guess, but now that I've seen Mega Ampharos, oh boy! Mega Ampharos will have the ability Mold Breaker and become a dragon and electric type. Because, this perfectly represents a dragon type. While it doesn't get any more bizarre than Mega Ampharos, we do have two more Mega Evolutions to take a look at. So, we've got Mega Mewtwo. Now this might look like a familiar face, and that's because, well, this is the Mewtwo form that we've been speculating for months and months what sort of crazy method it would be that Mewtwo would achieve this new form, and it turns out that it's Mewtwo's Mega Evolution. Mega Mewtwo will have the ability Insomnia, and fun fact, Mewtwo is now the first known legendary Pokemon to actually have an evolution. You might think maybe Fion, but Fion doesn't technically evolve, you just have to breed a Manaphy to get it, but this is actually the first legendary ever to actually evolve into another Pokemon, even though it's a Mega form, so honestly don't know. It's called Mega Form Mega Evolution. I still don't know if it's really an evolution or a form, but I guess we'll learn pretty soon. Finally, we have Mega Mawhile, which I actually predicted a few times would be receiving an evolution in X and Y, but I never ever thought it would be this. Mega Mawhile will have the ability Huge Power, and both him and normal Mawhile, which I guess we kind of have to call him normal Mawhile now since there's a Mega, I don't know, but they've actually both been retyped to Steel and Fairy type. And that wraps up all the new Mega Pokemon revealed, but I do want to give my overall opinion just because this is such a huge new thing for Pokemon. This is something that I don't think we've ever seen before. Of course, we've seen old generation Pokemon evolve in new ones, like 4th generation had a ton of new evolutions to older Pokemon, but Mega Evolution, we've never seen this. Especially with Pokemon like Blaziken, which are already a 3rd stage, receiving a 4th stage, and Mewtwo being a legendary and also getting an evolution. This is some groundbreaking stuff. The first thing is that we still really aren't sure if these are like forms or actual evolutions. So when a Pokemon evolves into its Mega form, does it stay stuck in that stage forever, or can you actually turn it back? Because usually Pokemon forms, you can revert back and forth, but evolutions, you're kind of just stuck. This ain't Digimon we're talking about here. So that's the first thing that I'm really curious to actually learn, because it just seems like these are literally more powered up versions of the old Pokemon, most of the time receiving more powered up abilities like Speed Boost Blaziken. We already know that's a problem, and now we have Mega Blaziken with it, which is probably going to have even better stats, and Lucario with adaptability, powering up his super effective moves even more, Magic Bounce or whatever on Absol, man, like, I don't know, it just seems like most of these Pokemon are probably going to end up on the Uber side of the competitive battling scene. As for the designs though, these are honestly the first batch of Pokemon that I immediately don't love in Pokemon X and Y. It literally looks like they just added a bunch of spikes or hair to an already great Pokemon design. Like, most of these Pokemon I think already looked really good, and all they really did was just add a couple of things to them. And I guess that's the whole point of it being like a mega version of it, but they just don't look that great to me, to be honest. I don't want to go too against the idea of Mega Pokemon or Mega Evolution, because as I said, we don't have all the details yet. We don't really know if it's a form or an evolution, and we just straight up just don't know everything about it. And while I don't think the designs look very appealing, I think the idea of an actual Mega Evolution will grow on a lot of people. As far as competitive battling go, most of these Pokemon will likely fall to be Uber with just how strong their abilities seem to be, and the fact that they're Mega, so they're probably going to have even better stats than a lot of them already did, because Blaziken was already really strong, Mewtwo obviously really strong, Lucario also pretty strong, and now they receive a Mega form. And in the actual Pokemon X and Y games though, it seems like these Pokemon will be able to tear through the game, but you also have to think that maybe enemy trainers will actually have them. And actually, one of the scans that I didn't mention yet is a gym leader, which apparently knows a lot about Mega Pokemon, so maybe one of the gyms will actually specify in just Mega Pokemon, though it seems like that gym would be pretty tough to take out. Anyway, that is pretty much all there is on these new Mega Pokemon. There are actually a couple of other scans which reveal some new Pokemon, but I might do that a little bit later on. This video, I really just wanted to focus just on Mega Pokemon because it seems to me like such huge news that this is like a completely new thing that has never been done before, and anything similar to it in Pokemon. Of course, there's another game that has done something similar to this, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm showing it on screen right now, but as far as Pokemon goes, this is pretty fresh and new, so I'm honestly really excited just to see how it all plays out and what other Pokemon receive Mega Evolutions. And if you guys are excited as well, please let me know. What Pokemon would you like to have a Mega Evolution in X and Y? Like, maybe it could just be your favorite Pokemon have a Mega Evolution. You guys let me know. What do you think about these new Mega Pokemon, and what Pokemon would you like to see, receive a Mega Evolution in X and Y? Now that is going to be it for this video, but thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and share it with your friends. Share the news of these new Mega Pokemon and let them know if you like it or not. So, thank you all for watching, and see you guys next time.